Hello everyone, welcome to EduTab. Hope you are preparing well for your IFSCA Grade A exam. To help you out in that and with respect to certain unconventional topics of Phase 2 Paper 2, we have come up with this series of MCQs where we will be discussing most important MCQs, and in this session we are continuing our discussion on the MCQs of IFSCA Act. So here we are picking up the topics that are part of the syllabus of Phase 2 Paper 2, that is IFSCA Act, GIFT City, GIFT IFSC, IFSCA and Global Financial Centers, for which you may not get MCQs elsewhere, right? So this was the question that was asked in the previous session. This was given as homework to you to answer this. Which among the following sections of IFSCA Act provides for transactions in foreign currency? So which of these sections talks about transactions in foreign currency? So you should remember, you should keep in mind what are these sections, all of them related to. The section 4 actually is related to the establishment of IFSCA, establishment of the authority, so this is not the right answer. Section 14 talks about grants that the central government gives to IFSCA, and so this is not the part of, this is not something that talks about foreign currency. Yes, section 20 talks about foreign currency. 32 talks about removing difficulties with respect to implementation of the provisions of this act. Section 34 talks about savings with respect to validity of the provisions of this act. Okay, so we should be knowing these, and yes, C is the right answer here, and Vishal has answered it exactly correct, and Vishal says it is C. Martian has been consistently answering these questions correctly. Well done, Martian. And option C, section 20 is correct. He also says chapter 5 has the provisions with respect to the same. Vijay says thank you for the amazing sessions. Thank you for your amazing participation, Vijay. Keep working hard, all the best, right? Section C answer is option C, that is absolutely correct. Section 20 is the right answer here. And in the previous session also Martian has answered the question. The question was with respect to what are the regulations, what are the provisions that talk about regulations, making regulations, that the IFSCA, the power that IFSCA has to make regulations. Which section talks about it? So option D, section 28 is right. Sneha has also been answering consistently. Really great, Sneha. Section 28 is right. Abhi has also been answering consistently. Option D, section 28 is right. And Abhi says eagerly waiting for your sessions. Yes, Abhi, I am also eagerly waiting for your comments. Thank you so much and all the best. Here is the answer for that and the explanation. Now let's come to the first question of our session. The IFSCA Act provides for forming committees of members. So this act actually provides for the forming committees of the members. Which among the following statement is correct in this regard? Okay, so as per this act, we have that the IFSCA can form committees and then delegate its powers. These provisions are given in section 23 of this act. Okay, so yes, you may these things may slip out of your mind, but you need to keep revising the sections, what section is related to what, and nothing better than answering these questions here. So the first statement here talks about IFSCA is allowed to form committees and delegate only powers to it. Okay, so as we know, the act also talks about what are the powers and the functions of IFSCA. So we have section 12 and section 13 which talk about powers and functions. So section 12 actually talks about the functions of IFSCA. Section 13 talks about the powers of IFSCA with respect to the powers that have been given to IFSCA with respect to IFSCs, that in general are the powers of the 4 regulators: RBI, SEBI, IRDAI and PFRDA. Section 13 talks about that. So as per this particular section that we spoke, that is section 23 of the act, committees can be formed by IFSCA. But is it that only powers can be delegated? Is it that only functions can be delegated? Or is it that both powers as well as functions can be delegated? That is what is asked. The power of IFSCA to delegate its powers is as specified by the rules of the central government? Is it as per the rules of the central government that either powers or functions will be delegated? So the correct answer here as per section 23 is C, that both powers which are part of section 13, functions which are part of section 12 of the act, can be delegated. So C is the right answer, and section 23 actually talks about this, right? And the way this delegation, all of that will happen is as per the regulations. Who again, recall who can make the regulations? It is IFSCA that can come up with regulations. But if we talk about rules, the rules are made by central government, and the rules are required to be followed by the IFSCA and are to be followed within IFSCs, right? Moving on to second question here, which among the following of the IFSCA is exempt from tax? Okay, so what of the IFSCA? Is it the income, is it the services provided, the final value, or the money that comes through the services, or the profits or the gains that the IFSCA has? Out of these, which are exempt from tax? Some of them are exempt from tax. That is what is given in section 26 of this act. So section 26 talks about these, and which of these are exempt from tax. Certain taxes these things are exempt from. Is it only the income? Is it services, profits, gains? Which of the things are correct? Okay, so let me tell you, section 26 talks about all of these being exempt from tax, and so E is the right answer. 26 has the express provisions with respect to the same exemption from tax. It talks about income, services, profits, gains, all of them being exempt from the tax. Okay, so the correct answer here, as you can see, is E, right? Moving on. So third question is in front of you. Which among the following has the power to issue directions? We spoke about regulations, we spoke about rules. Directions can be issued by whom under the IFSCA Act 2019, to which IFSCA is actually bound, okay, for performing its functions. Is it President of India, Central Government, Prime Minister of India, Governor of Reserve Bank, or Chairperson of IFSCA? Okay, so here there might be slight confusion between central government and chairperson, and yes, whatever directions are issued, the central government is the one that is going to issue these directions, and so B is the right answer. Section 21 actually talks about the directions being issued by the central government. Okay, so B is the right answer. These directions are something to which the IFSCA is bound, because these directions are with respect to questions of policy that the IFSCA is required to follow to perform its functions and help in the economic activities being carried out in the IFSCs. Okay, so central government, as per this section 21, issues directions in this regard, and IFSCA is bound to them. Here, moving on, we have question number 4. Which among the following sections of the IFSCA Act actually talks about provides for the members of IFSCA to be considered as public servants? Okay, again, which section talks about this? If we talk about section 5, it talks about the composition of the authority, composition of IFSCA. Then we have discussed that section 20 talks about the foreign currency. Section 23 talks about delegation of powers. Then we have 24 that talks about public servants, that is the members being considered as public servants as per the IPC, and these public servants actually can do a few things that are in public interest, and those will not be considered, or those will be considered to be in good faith, to be in public interest, and they will not be charged for that. Okay, there are certain things that may not be slightly lawful for general people, but the public servants can do that in public interest. Okay, so that is something wherein the members, actually the officers, they are considered to be public servants as per section 24, and a few rights are given in this regard. Then we have section 31, which provides for amendments, or we can say modifications, not amendments, modifications that can be made to certain enactments with respect to the way they are applicable in IFSCs. They may be applicable generally out of IFSCs within India, but within IFSCs, what is happening, certain of the provisions of some acts may not be applicable in IFSCs, and those modifications as to what is applicable and not can be made as per section 31, right? So 24 talks about this, and so option D is the right answer. This is your question for homework. Which among the following sections of the IFSCA Act protects members of IFSCA from legal proceedings? So there is this protection that is provided to them, and for that sake they are considered to be public servants. And which of these sections actually talks about protecting the members from legal proceedings for things done in good faith? Okay, is it section 41, section 4, section 13, section 25, section 34? Please do give the answers in the comment section. Also, out of these, please do let me know which of the sections are something that you can immediately eliminate. Okay, please do let me know in the comment section, because that is also something that you need to keep learning. And to help you out with your preparation, we have come up with this ultimate test series for phase 1 and phase 2, where component wise tests are provided in phase 1 paper 1, phase 1 paper 2, phase 2 paper 1 and phase 2 paper 2 courses. Along with this, we have the full length tests also, which are part of this test series for phase 1 and phase 2. Right, do take advantage of this test series, and to avail it, please do click on the link given in the description of this video. And if you have any other queries, you can always call us on 8146207241 and talk to us. You can also drop a mail at hello@edutab.co.in. All the best, friends. Jai Hind.